The city
Wanted
was
you to have
alive with
this.
noise, lights, and movement.
Oh,
People rushed past each other
you
without
shouldn't
eye
have.
contact, lost in their own worlds. In downtown New York, nobody had time to notice anyone else, especially not someone sitting quietly on the sidewalk. Emma was one of them. A 24-year-old marketing executive, always busy, always focused, always moving. Her heels clicked sharply against the pavement as she checked her phone, replying to emails even while walking. Deadlines, meetings, targets. That was her life. As she turned the corner near a crowded intersection, she slowed slightly only because something caught her eye. A man, sitting on the cold pavement, wrapped in an old, worn-out coat, his beard untrimmed, his hair messy. In front of him was a small, empty paper cup. Emma sighed softly. Another one, she thought. She reached into her purse, already expecting what she'd find, a few loose coins. It had become almost automatic. Drop some change, don't make eye contact, and move on. That's how the city worked. As she approached, the man slowly looked up. But his eyes, they didn't look desperate. They didn't look like someone begging. They were calm, almost kind. Emma hesitated for a second, then dropped a few coins into the cup. "Here," she said quickly, barely stopping. "Wait," the man said gently. Emma froze. She wasn't used to that. Slowly, she turned back, a bit annoyed. "I don't need money," he said. Emma frowned. "What?" The man gave a small, tired smile. "I'm not begging." Now she was confused. "Then what are you doing?" she asked. Instead of answering directly, the man reached into his coat pocket. Emma instinctively took a step back. In a city like New York, you didn't take chances. But what he pulled out wasn't anything dangerous. It was a small, carefully wrapped box, old, slightly worn, but handled with care. He held it out toward her. "This is for you," he said. Emma blinked. "Excuse me?" He nodded. "Take it." She looked around, half expecting this to be some kind of trick. "Why would you give me something?" she asked cautiously. "Because you stopped," he replied. Emma almost laughed. "I didn't stop, I just—" "You noticed," he said softly. "That's enough." She stared at him. Nothing about this made sense. Still, something about his voice, his calmness. It didn't feel like a scam. Slowly, hesitantly, she reached out and took the box. It was light. Very light. "What is this?" she asked. "Open it later," he said. "Not here." Emma narrowed her eyes. "Why not now?" The man just smiled. "Some things mean more when you're alone." A strange chill ran down her spine. Before she could ask anything else, he added, "Trust me." Emma hesitated for a long moment. Then finally, "Okay." She slipped the box into her bag. "Thank you, I guess." The man nodded. And just like that, the moment ended. Emma walked away, shaking her head slightly. That was weird, she thought. But she didn't throw the box away. Not yet, because deep down, she was curious. Hours later, Emma finally made it home. Her apartment was everything her life stood for. Clean, modern, successful. Floor-to-ceiling windows, soft lighting, a view of the city that never slept. She dropped her bag on the couch and kicked off her heels, exhausted. It had been a long day. Meetings, pressure, expectations. But as she loosened her hair and walked toward the kitchen, something caught her attention. The bag. More specifically, the box inside it. She froze for a moment, then sighed. "Let's just get this over with," she muttered. She walked back, reached into her bag, and pulled it out. The small box, still perfectly wrapped, carefully, gently, like it mattered. Emma sat down on the couch, staring at it. "This better not be something weird," she whispered. Slowly, she opened it. Inside wasn't money, wasn't jewelry, wasn't anything valuable in the way she expected. It was a photograph. Old, slightly faded. Emma frowned and picked it up. It showed a little girl, maybe 6 or 7 years old, smiling brightly, holding the hand of a man, the same man from the street, but younger, healthier, happy. Emma's expression softened. Underneath the photo was a folded piece of paper. Her hands moved slower now, careful, almost nervous. She unfolded it and read. "If you're reading this, it means you took the time to listen. That's rare." Emma swallowed. "My name is David, and this is my daughter, Lily." Her eyes moved back to the photo. The little girl. Lily? Years ago I had everything. A home, a family, a purpose, but life doesn't always go the way we plan. Emma's chest tightened slightly. I lost my job, then my home, then I lost her. She froze. Not to death, to life. Her mother took her away. Said I couldn't provide. Maybe she was right. Emma's grip on the paper tightened. I kept this photo with me every day. It reminded me of who I was and who I failed to be. Her eyes began to blur. Today I decided to let it go. Emma's breath caught, not because it doesn't matter, but because maybe it can matter to someone else. A tear slipped down her cheek. You looked like someone who had everything, but also like someone who forgot what truly matters. Emma's heart sank. So I'm giving you this, not as a gift, but as a reminder. Her hands trembled now. Value people. Not things, time, not money. Love before it's too late. Emma couldn't breathe properly anymore. If this photo can make you pause for even a moment, then it was worth it. The last line hit the hardest. Take care of what you still have. Emma lowered the paper slowly. Silence filled the room. The city lights outside suddenly felt distant, empty. She looked around her apartment. The expensive furniture, the awards, the perfect life. And for the first time, it didn't feel like enough. Not even close. The next morning, Emma didn't go to work. For the first time in years, she just sat there, holding the photograph, thinking, replaying every word from the note, every detail of that moment on the street. That man, David, he hadn't been begging. He had been letting go, giving away the last piece of something that mattered to him. Not for money, not for attention, but for meaning. Emma stood up suddenly. I need to find him, she said out loud. Without wasting time, she grabbed her coat and rushed out. The city was just as busy as always. People moving, cars honking, life continuing. But Emma saw it differently now. She wasn't rushing anymore. She was searching. She went back to the same street, the same corner, the same spot, but he wasn't there. She asked around, showed the photo, described him. Have you seen this man? Most people shook their heads. Some didn't even stop. Hours passed. Nothing. Emma felt her hope fading. Until, yeah, I think I know who you're talking about, a shop owner said. Her heart jumped. Where is he? The man hesitated. He used to sit around here, but I haven't seen him since last night. Emma's stomach dropped. Since last night? The shop owner nodded slowly. It was really cold. Ambulance came around midnight. Her breath stopped. I think they took him to the hospital. Emma didn't wait another second. She ran. At the hospital, her heart pounded as she spoke to the front desk. Please, I'm looking for a man. His name is David. He was brought in last night. The nurse checked, paused, then looked up. He's here. Relief flooded through Emma. Can I see him? The nurse hesitated. He's very weak. Emma nodded. Please. When she entered the room, everything went silent. David lay there, still, fragile, but alive. His eyes slowly opened, and when he saw her, he smiled. You opened it, he whispered. Emma stepped closer, tears already falling. Yes, she said softly. I did. She held up the photo. I came back to give this to you. David shook his head weakly. No, it's yours now. Emma's voice broke. It's not just a photo, she said. It's everything. He looked at her quietly. And for the first time, Emma understood. Some things in life were truly priceless. And sometimes, the people who seem to have nothing are the ones who give the most. The end.